Hey everyone! In today's video, we are going to share with you an in-depth review of one of the specialty restaurants on board Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas cruise ship. This dining review will be at Hook Seafood, located up on deck 16. Hook Seafood is a specialty dining restaurant that costs extra, and you can find this restaurant on board quite a few of Royal Caribbean ships now. This restaurant is located on Wonder of the Seas, Icon of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas, and finally Navigator of the Seas. Hook Seafood is one of 9 specialty dining restaurants on board Wonder of the Seas. This was our first time dining at Hooked while we were on board Wonder of the Seas. So we're going to give you an in-depth review on Hooked and share our honest opinion if we think this location is worth it or not during your cruise vacation based on our dining experience here. We'll share with you the ambiance, the service, and most importantly, the food. For those of you who are new to our channel, Greg and I always rank our food on a scale of 1 to 10 to help you know if it's worth it. Some information to know about the restaurant ahead of time is that it's your home to New England style seafood and has a bit of a reputation for being a hit or miss dining location, and we can never find consistent reviews online. So much so that we were actually hesitant about making a reservation here at first. There is no dress code required for this specialty dining restaurant, and they are open for dinner and lunches on sea days. Let's talk about the ambiance. The overall ambiance is bright and has a strong coastal theme. The restaurant overlooks the Solarium Bistro, which is right underneath it. There are lots of charming decorations around the restaurants that really bring in that homey New England feel. So we all know why you're really here. You're here to see the food and drinks. Well, we are going to show you all of the food we ate and rate it so you know if it's worth trying or not. So let's get into the good part, and we'll start with the drinks. So you can order your typical Royal Caribbean cocktails or drinks at the restaurants, but Hooked also offers a signature cocktail exclusive to the restaurant that's called St. Peter's Spritzer that has St. Germain elderflower liqueur, Aperol, lemon juice, Prosecco, and carbonated soda. Greg wasn't a fan of this drink. The rest of us did enjoy it. It was just a light and refreshing spin on an Aperol Spritz. These look delightful.
You know what I learned this whole trip? We should order what Megan orders, because then we can eat right away. And she can just fill for us. It's a Megan drink.
You don't like it? That sucks for you.
It's dry like your humor.
Next up was the bread service, which was biscuits smothered in spices, garlic, and cheese. The sauce on the biscuits was good, but the biscuits themselves were dry. But we knew the more delicious food was yet to come. If you're curious about the menu, here's what you can expect. As always, you can press pause to view the menu. There were a few options we had wanted to try, but they were all out of them and they weren't available. Greg had wanted to try the soft-shell crab, and we had wanted to try the oysters, but both of these options had been out of stock. There were still lots of other options to choose from, and a good variety on the kids menu as well. The nice thing about eating at Hooked is that you can order as many appetizers and entrees that you want, even though it's seafood. So kicking off the food with our appetizers. For our appetizers, we had ordered the Maryland crab cakes, coconut shrimp, and the calamari, which these two weren't showing on their online menu today, but they were available at the time of our sailing. And Greg ordered the clam and crab chowder.
Big game, Gregory. I didn't say to that. Want one of these?
You try the fish cake? Crab cake?
It's good. Do you like the crab cake?
Yeah. Is it better than main dining room?
I think it's got more crab
I think
in
it's got
it.
more, yeah.
Like more legit crab. Main dining room is probably like artificial. But the main dining room was very crispy. Yeah, this one's real. It's very good. What would you rate your crab cake?
It's a 10.
And she knows crab cakes.
They're very crab heavy.
Yes,
She's been around for 60 years. She's had her share.
Yeah, that's a lot of chunks of crab in it.
Yeah.
Like it's just crab stuck together.
What would you rate with chowder?
Well, so I'd say this is a 10 for me.
Isn't that seafood chowder, not clam?
Clam. Doing the clam chowder.
Okay.
The clam and crab chowder was a really good portion. It was creamy with crispy pieces of bacon and had lots of crab meat in it. For the coconut shrimp and the calamari, both of these were really good, don't get me wrong. I love coconut shrimp and calamari, but they just didn't feel like specialty restaurant quality and felt more like what you could order in the main dining room. I would rate them about a 5 out of 10 just because they're average, not because they didn't taste good. Now it's time for the main event, our entrees. My dad and I had both ordered the surf and turf that comes with your steak and Maine lobster tail, where Edith ordered the turf and turf option as she just wanted to chow down on some lobster. Greg had ordered the captain's platter, which came with your 4-ounce lobster tail, a fresh fillet of fish along with shrimp. The server had also brought us out the drunken mussels to try, which you can order as an appetizer or an entree size. And your meal comes with a choice of side, and we all had opted for the lobster mac and cheese as our side dish option. Without us even asking, our server had brought us out extra Maine lobster tails and told us we could keep ordering more if we had room. This was a big difference from the main dining room on board Royal Caribbean ships now, as you used to be able to eat unlimited lobster in the main dining room on lobster night, but are now limited to 1 per person unless you want to pay extra. This was not the case at Hooked. At Hooked, your lobster was unlimited and included in the cover charge of the restaurant. So let's get into what we thought.
I like that.
Here's my steak and lobster. It's cooked perfectly. That looks good.
How's your lobster?
Is it good? And Greg got the captain's pot. How's your fishy?
Really good.
Oh, is it?
That's a good fish.
That's delicious. It's flaky and buttery. How's your shrimp?
Cooked.
Extra lobster for the table. You don't see that at every restaurant. Did you eat your lobster already?
Extra
Was it
lobster
good?
for you. Oh yeah, very good. Better than main dining.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Surf and turf's delicious.
How was your meal on a scale?
Excellent.
Excellent.
I'd have to say like 9.5.
9.5 out of 10 for your meal. How about you?
I would say the lobster was 9 out of 10. Mac and cheese, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10.
Okay. But the unlimited lobster.
Beautiful.
They even offered her more lobster when she was done. How was your steak and lobster?
Decadent.
Decadent, okay.
My steak and lobster was a 10 out of 10. That was a good meal. I had very small hopes for this spot, and I was very pleasantly surprised.
Now what?
More lobster. We each got 2 lobster tails. Edith had 3, and he offered her a 4th. So if you like Maine lobster,
The drunken mussels were okay. I would rate them about a 6 out of 10. We really loved mussels, and these were good sized mussels, but they just didn't stand up to the rest of the food. The mac and cheese compared to the rest of our meals was really disappointing. It wasn't very cheesy or gooey and didn't have much lobster in it. It really wasn't worth eating when you could fill up on the other unlimited options, but the entrees really made the difference here. Now let's take a quick peek at dessert.
now it's dessert time.
Now what?
Dessert time.
My dad and I had both ordered the decadent brownie, which was a 5 out of 10 and just okay. It was hard to eat so much chocolate after that seafood feast. Greg had ordered the coconut cream pie, which was a 6 out of 10, and Edith had ordered the lemon tart, which was also a 6 out of 10. The desserts were just okay here, but honestly we didn't mind as we had such a great meal already, and we were stuffed. Finally, before we get into our final verdict, we just wanted to talk about the service. The service here was fantastic. Our server just kept bringing out more food or offering more food, replenishing our drinks, and we never once had to ask for anything during our meal, and he kept checking on us. He was extremely attentive and one of the best servers on our cruise. Now let's get into our final verdict on Hooked.
If you like seafood, come to Hooked. If you don't like seafood, don't come to Hooked. It's as easy as that.
All these specialty restaurants we did were all very good.
Except Mason.
Oh,
Except what?
Mason jar was a disappointment.
I did not like Mason.
But I liked 150 Central Park, and I liked Wonderland.
Wonderland was my favorite.
This I had very low expectations for, and I was very pleasantly surprised.
So there you have it. If you enjoy seafood, definitely check out Hooked during your next cruise. There were a couple of appetizers or desserts that were just average, but the crab cake and chowder appetizers were both delicious, and the entrees are truly the star of the show at Hooked. Now, you are definitely going to find better seafood restaurants out there, and we are from Atlantic Canada, so we're big on seafood where we live. But when it comes to seafood on a cruise ship, Hooked was way better than I had anticipated, and if you want lobster, you are better off to enjoy it here than in the main dining room on the ship. We found that this specialty restaurant was worth it because you can eat your heart out on lobster and seafood. It easily justifies the extra cost compared to others. If you enjoyed this video, we would greatly appreciate if you would hit the like button and subscribe to follow along on our next adventure. We have a playlist on our sailing for Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas cruise ship, as well as a playlist of our Harmony of the Seas sailing, so make sure to check those out. If you like Disney, theme parks, food, and travel, check out our channel. Thanks for watching!